Hello, Commanders. I hope we're all doing well today. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the Cerritos. That's right, the Cerritos. Why, you might ask? Well, let's look at it. The Cerritos, for those who don't have the ship or haven't maxed it, this video may be helpful to you. But let's talk about the Cerritos. Its benefits, those who don't have it, there's a Wednesday event as you get high enough of a player that runs every Wednesday that you'll be able to run to get the blueprints for the Cerritos. There's a couple of different ships. They've got for buffing ships or effect ships nowadays. You've got specialty ships like the Cerritos that buffs your ship. The Titan buffs your ships. Those are two great ships that I use frequently, and by frequent I mean when I'm trying to punch up to higher level armada targets. There's a Mantis that debuffs ships, so there's a couple of different ships that will affect other ships in some way or another. Now, I want to talk about some advanced research that you can open up with the Cerritos once you get it max level. It's interesting. I was talking with a friend of mine or friends of mine in my alliance. I don't know, off and on, every once in a while we'll talk about the Cerritos and tearing it up and its benefits. And one benefit you have is that your buff will last longer and the cost to buff a ship will drop. So the power of it really comes down to how much of the Cerritos research you're able to do, which is in the ship's starship's tree. So there's some great stuff in there, and it really can help you out. One thing that we don't maybe recognize, or at least I didn't recognize until today, and either I missed it in patch notes or in some communication somewhere, or was just an idiot and missed it all. And if you think that I should have caught it, please put in your comment in the description below to tell me where I missed it. But I didn't realize till today, in today's Wednesday Cerritos event, some advanced research that you can get only by maxing your Cerritos. So pretty cool. I wanted to get this out there for those of you who are holding off, don't want to spend the materials on your ship. Because, you have to decide, since it's an explorer, sometimes you have to decide on are you spending the uncommons and rares to get at max, and that's kind of a judgment call you have to make, and I will leave it up to you guys, or to you all, I should say, whether you decide if the research is worth it or not. But here's the Cerritos, and if we hop in, I want to show you, since I maxed my Cerritos between this and the last event, it didn't pop up for me until today, but I wanted to show it to you. So in the second contact elite, this is when you're spending the Urbanite. I remember a time when you used to have to hit so many hostiles, and that was annoying. So now they just limited it to spending Urbanite. And you get resources and materials. Parts, resources, materials. And it's not a ton. But what I think adds a lot of value is this right here. It's the rare Culver particle. And as I'm going over this, I know I heard about this somewhere. I don't remember where. I probably put it in the back of my mind, honestly, because it was something I thought it's gonna take me forever to max that thing, and I'm finally getting around to it, as you can see. But let's read the tooltip here. It says, used to unlock special Cerritos research notes gained from completing the second contact elite weekly event while owning a tier 12 Cerritos. So I haven't even max leveled it yet, but I got to tier 12, so that's what unlocks this event, and I got 1,000 of those there. So let's hop into the research and we will see the nodes that it is talking about. So we're going here to research, and then starships. There's 3 nodes that we will find in the Cerritos section. And I just passed it. And I think I overlooked them because they have a gold border, so part of me thought, oh, I'm not even looking at those because these are primed. Well, if we click on one, and we'll just look at these three together, see it takes 12,000 of these rare particles. And there it is, weekly event while owning a tier 12 Cerritos. So this one here has one level. You can see just one level. Increases critical hit damage, and who doesn't need more critical hit damage? And now, before you say anything, I know that right now we're all struggling with hitting the Zindi hostiles where your criticals do nothing. I get that, but hopefully that we'll just have to get through that with the Zindi hostiles. But increasing your critical hit damage by 100% sounds pretty significant to me. Now, it's not, there's a lot of other critical researches in the game, but any boost is going to help you hit higher targets is going to be fantastic in my book. Okay, lower deck spirit increases base shield mitigation while supported by Cerritos. Now, this is base shield mitigation by 2.5%, so that's great, but once again, costs 12,000. If you're only getting 1,000 a week, assuming a 4-week month, that's going to take you 3 months to unlock one of these. Now, I'm going to be doing the event anyways, so eventually I'll unlock it. And these two are interesting to me enough to do it. Photon acceleration increases base damage against player ships while supported by a Cerritos, 150%. So if you are into PvP, and you know, I have noticed, even with the meta, where the most effective tactic available has changed from you know, when they release new officers, new PvP officers, for example, you know, you might question, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. But I've noticed that when I buff my ships, I tend to last longer, even when I'm facing opponents that have the new meta. Now, maybe they're not as leveled, or maybe my ships are strong enough that I can take them. I don't know. But I still think, and you can tell me if you've experienced differently, but my experience has shown me that when I buff with a ship like the Cerritos or the Titan, and I do PvP, that it does help. So whether you're big into PvP or not, you'll have to decide if this is something that's worthwhile to you. But bottom line, these three research nodes only open up when you unlock or tier your ship, I should say, all the way to tier 12. So I'd love to hear from you. Just putting out a quick video today to get your thoughts and to share this with you so you have the information, but I'd love to hear from you. Do these three nodes, do they make it worth tearing up your Cerritos just to get this research? Or is it just a waste of resources that maybe you don't see a lot of value in? For me personally, I want to ultimately max tier my Cerritos. Maybe it's the completionist in me, I don't know. But I think there's some good research here that will really add to your Cerritos' ability to help you buff and take on bigger targets. For me, I'm not a big PvPer, so that will probably be the last one that I do. But fantastic research that can help, and even if it's just adding to what we already have in the game, I still think that this critical damage one is probably the first one I'll go for. I still think this is going to be a great addition to your game and punching up to those harder to hit Soul Armada targets, for example, and other things that you may do in the game, whether it's PvP or not. Anyways, I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your comments your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, share it with your alliance mates. Get the word out so they know that there is some additional value other than just reducing the cost or increasing the time that your buff lasts for on the Cerritos. Also, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out grow the channel, and hopefully we can create this channel, grow it enough that I can do more than just one Battle Pass giveaway a month. Excuse me. So yeah, please go ahead and do that. And then lastly, don't forget that I will put my Discord link in the section below. Feel free to join our Discord if you haven't already. There's some good information that we can share and try and help each other out there. And that's also where I will be doing my monthly giveaways. I'll be announcing live streams and giveaways and how we'll be handling those through the Discord. So feel free to join that if you haven't already. So anyways, thank you so much and have a good day.